decisions and the right choices, huh?
Shabbat shalom, Mark. What you do?
We're going to start with Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good and death and evil. And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways,
So many ways.
all his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
This isn't the first time he told us this. If you go back to the garden, he told Adam and Eve the same thing. He told them you can eat of this tree, but you can't eat of this tree. So as soon as you eat of this tree, you'll surely die. So that goes to show you he always gave you life and death.
Verse 17. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods, and serve them, I denounce unto you this day, that ye shall surely perish.
You shall surely what?
Ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
So if you keep the commandments of God, you live.
Right.
You stop keeping the commandments, you die. That's our life. It's the commandments of God in the faith of the Son.
So decisions and right choices, huh? It all goes down to a choice and a decision.
Verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
There's your two witnesses right there. Everything is established upon two or three witnesses. You call heaven and earth.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Therefore choose life.
Choose what?
Choose life.
And our life is Christ. Come on, man.
That both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love thy Lord thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice.
What?
That thou mayest obey his voice.
So we have to obey God's voice no matter what. Even if you feel it come between you and your friend, or you and your mother, or your father, you still have to obey his voice.
And that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. We'll get one verse, verse 41. To let you know, like, as soon as you sin and it pollutes the land, everybody, it's like a domino effect.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So notice he was talking to Israel when he gave them this law here. He said, you have sons and daughters. You won't enjoy them because they will go into captivity. But we're not the only ones who went through this. Jerusalem went through the same thing. So we're going to go to Baruch chapter 4. You're in a pocket. I apologize. So one decision can affect everybody. Just like he said, if you forget my laws, statutes, and commandments, I'll also forget your children.
Here, let me read that real quick. Y'all write this down. Hosea 4 and 6. The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Hosea 4 and 6. What you were saying, a domino effect, right, brother?
Yeah, domino effect.
You forget the Most High, you turn his back on us and our seeds. It is a direct reflection and correlation.
Y'all see how you have to make a conscious choice for everything. Regardless of in your life, throughout your life, every second, every thought that presents itself in your head, it's a choice whether to act upon it or not to act upon it.
Right.
Your life is based off decisions and choices. You know what I'm saying? And based off these decisions and choices, it actually predicts your future. You know what I'm saying? If you drink a bottle of Hennessy every single day of your life, you might end up with liver cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is based off of decision and choice. And that's why the Most High gave us free will, but he also gave us commandments with free will. It's up to you whether you're going to obey the commands or not. And off of your decision and choice of obeying the commands or not, it's life or death.
Yeah, bro.
Decisions and right choices.
Hey, so look, the script called it what though? It called it sowing and reaping.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow. So whatever you plant, eventually it's gonna grow and it's gonna be harvest time.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it. So whatever you put out is negative. Like if you catching negativity, more than likely you putting that out.
Straight up.
You reap what you sow. Right? Or you harvest what you plant. Or what they say, what goes around comes around. You feel me? Like you hear worldly concepts, but it's all in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. Or he probably had it coming to him. You feel me? Why would you say that? He must have been putting something out there that was evil.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you say the things all the time. She keep doing that, she gonna wind up pregnant. And she wind up pregnant. See what I'm saying? So again, back to the choices. Or you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Whatever you put out, you will get back. Right? So if we want righteousness and all that, we gotta put that out to receive that back.
Right?
Right?
Tomorrow, brother. I need to make a visit.
Yeah.
I got to my bad, dog.
You must see everybody squinting.
Say something, man. Say something.
Get over there like, yes.
I'm already thinking of these glasses.
My bad, brother. I got you. 56 or something.
Wow.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, where we at? I'll just get them done.
Rule 40, I got to pick up.
If y'all don't know, we going into the Apocrypha. When the Bible was translated to 1611, the Apocrypha in the Bible. 14 missing books that got to do with end time prophecy, the Greek occupation of Israel, who will be running the world at the end of the world, and how the sons of Jacob got next. You know what I'm saying? The whole history behind the Feast of Dedication, what they call Hanukkah and all that's in the Apocrypha. But brother, we should have it. Yeah, brother, pull it up so y'all can read along with us. We ain't reading out nothing mysterious like you can't find it. And if you don't got this, who got the red copy? You got the red copy? Mike, hold your red copy up. Hold your red copy up. You can get that on Amazon for like $80. You feel me? Like $8. It don't even cost that much. But that's part of the Bible too. When it was translated in 1611, that book was in there. Right? In between the Old and the New Testament. Alright, so. What?
Get to it real quick.
Let me know when y'all ready, y'all. All right, we're in the book of the Apocrypha, Baruch chapter 4. Baruch actually means blessed or blessed. Baruch chapter 4. Starting at verse 1? Verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. Come to life.
Those that keep the commandments of God will get life.
But such as leave it,
Do what?
but such as leave it shall die.
Shall perish.
That was a choice right there. You either choose to keep it or you choose to leave it.
Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Elohim are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nation. Ye were sold to the nation.
This is why we into those slave ships. Come on.
Not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to God.
So our sacrifices went to devils. Notice it has an S. And not to God. Come on.
Verse 8. Ye have forgotten the everlasting Yah that brought you up. Ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. That nursed you.
So Jerusalem is our mother, right?
That's right.
And one of the laws, he said that you were going to have children, they were going to go into captivity. Your children were going to be taken away from you, right? Come on.
Verse 9. For when she saw the wrath of Elohim coming upon you, she said, Hearken, hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. The Most High hath brought upon me great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters. The captivity of my sons and daughters.
The same thing that we went through, Jerusalem went through the same thing.
That's right. Which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy I nourished them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow, and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate.
For the sins of who?
My children am left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High.
So it's important that we do not depart from the Most High at all. And if you do turn back, repent, turn back to the Most High with your whole heart, mind, body, and soul.
I got a precept on the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth,
Right.
but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success. Joshua 1 and 8.
Get back in Baruch. I'm going to take it down to 21.
All right, Baruch chapter 4, verse 13. They knew not his statute, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For ye have brought a nation, upon them from fall, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverenced old man nor pitied child. These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Go your way, O my children. Go your way, O my children. Go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put up the clothing of peace, and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto Yahweh, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies.
But to let you know, the same things that we went through as a nation of people, our mother went through the same thing. The sins that you commit affects the land. It doesn't just affect you, it affects the land and the people around. It's just like energy. You know, if I got a bad vibe today, try not to come around my brother, or if I do go around my brother, his positive energy will outbeat the negative vibe that I have that day. We're going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 15.
Where we at?
1 Samuel chapter 15. It's better to obey God than disobey God. Keep His commandments than not to keep His commandments. Your decision affects everything.
Old Testament, I'm sorry.
Y'all ready? 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord.
You would?
The voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way, when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not.
You would?
And spare them not.
So you got everything. He told him go kill everything, leave nothing alive, nothing at all. Kill every single thing that's there. Go ahead, bro.
But slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telam, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto Kenites, go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed me kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt.
You see why the Most High got a problem with this specific tribe of Amalek. Amalek is a descendant of Esau, the Edomite, right? But there's a specific tribe out of them. You got very much power in the earth today. Run the banks, the diamond districts. You already do birds, diamonds, and all that. Who you know is Jewish folk today. They Edomites, but they descend actually from this guy right here, Amalek. Now he just said why he was getting on them, because when we came about in captivity, they was hating on us. You feel me? That's what he was trying to look out for Israel. So the Most High never forgot that. You understand? And still was holding that over their head, like when my people came out, y'all was tripping. This is hundreds of years later. So he's like, it's time for them to go. Right? You're like, dang, that's the God of the Bible, huh? He gets down. You feel me? There's a lot of wars and all that up in there. Not saying nothing to scare you, but it just is what it is. He didn't forget what these people did to his people. Like, he ain't forgot what done happened to us here in America. That's the whole point of me bringing that out. Just like he remembered, hey, Amalek was tripping with my people when they was at their low point. Wasn't looking out for them. Right? So the Lord like, you know what? Time for him to answer for that. And what ain't for you to get emotional and be like, that ain't right, or it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's the truth. The God you serve ain't forgotten not one drop of innocent blood that has been shed. And they gonna have to answer for what has happened. It's just the truth. All right, let's read it.
And it also shows like the Kenites. He says you show kindness. Now you know, like anytime there was war to come down against any other nation, if you show love to God's people, when it came down to some other nation, we say you was parted from it.
Hey, trip off this. Y'all write this down. Exodus 17. This is in the law about Amalek. Exodus 17, verse 14 through 16. The Lord still has enemies. Like when you read the scriptures, it lets you know even when Christ returned, the nation's going to be angry. I thought everybody loved Jesus. Right. What everybody mad about? Right. So look, the God of this Bible still has enemies. Don't be in la-la land nowhere thinking everybody love your God. That's a lie. The majority of the world ain't got nothing to do with your God. That's why when he get brought up, it's all stuttering and excuses. And none of that applies anymore. All right, Exodus 17, verse 14 through 16. And the Most High said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of Yahweh Nisi. For he said, because the Most High hath sworn that the Most High will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Huh?
Right.
It is what it is. You wonder why you look over in Israel today and who leading the world of skin cancer.
Yeah.
It's going down. It ain't all so-called Europeans, those specific ones right there. The Lord said it, I'm going to have war with them. Right? So just because you got your own little mindset of what this thing is, that don't make it fly. The truth is the truth regardless. He's the God of your forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he ain't forgotten not one injustice done to you.
Straight up.
All we have to do is obey and come back to him and watch him move. I mean, they get to call on your God when something magnificent happen, like a 5-mile wide tornado. They go, oh God, don't you? Yeah, it ain't no Negro jokes dripping off no lips, none of that. Everybody get humble and get in the fetal position. Because that's power right there. You know what I'm saying? Now that force will fight for you. If you're willing to be obedient to that force. Right? And us as so-called black folk in America need power behind us. So we have none. All right? Then when we get off track real quick.
Yeah, but people, why we at where we at though. We here because of the decisions and the choices we made.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we point the finger and we blame the white man for everything, right? But the reason why he allowed the white man to come take us into captivity, Egypt to take us into captivity, and all these other nations to put us in captivity, is for the choices and decisions we made as a people. He gave us commandments, and he gave us a choice with those commandments to do good by them and do wrong. But our heart is so wicked and deceitful above all things. What we chose the unrighteous path instead of the righteous. Out of our decision and right choices, we chose the wrong choices. So now we're paying the consequences for them, physically and in the spirit. So it's all based off your thoughts. But every thought that presents itself in your brain, it's a conscious decision to make a right or a bad choice to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this whole thing is based upon. It's good and bad. With the Most High, he don't work with no in between. You either all the way left field or you all the way right field. You either making right choices or you making wrong choices. It's either or. And that determines your future. That's what it is. Notice though, you get a robbery. Say you do a robbery, right? You get caught on it. You was 15. You made a bad choice, right? You changed your whole entire life around, but you went to jail and you got a felony. 20 years later, Negro, you still can't get no job. Because the choice that you made 5 years ago.
Right.
So that's why you have to start thinking before you do things. And that's all this book giving us. Is how to make the right choices, and when the bad choices or decisions deprive or come into our mind, how to fight them off. It's instructions on how to war. War against what? Bad choices, bad energy, Satan, his deceitful ways. Decisions and right choices. Come on, you.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 6. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For you show kindness to all the children of Israel. And they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from amongst the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Baalah until thou camest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
He disobeyed the law right there. The Most High told him to go over and kill everything. King, women, children, ox, asses. But he took the king alive.
So you can't be emotional with judgment, huh?
Can't be emotional, bro.
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
So he kept him alive and killed everybody else.
But Saul and the people spared Agag and the beef and the best of the sheep and of the oxen.
And what?
And the best of the sheep and oxen.
So he gave him a command, right? He gave him a command. And when he told him to lay everything down, but what
He got soft.
He got soft. And what he do? He made a bad decision and a bad choice.
Right.
You see how he do it? So Most High always give you a command, then give you the choice with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the choice is free will. The choice is free will. He created us for his glory, but you have to want to be a part of his glory. You know what I'm saying? He created you and he gave you commands, but it also gave you free will. So he told Saul, hey, go lay everything down to the suckling, oxen, baby, everything. Saul the one that had a whole mindset change.
Like, hold on, God didn't mean that. Look at these little, look at the flock of them, and look at this, and nah. Most High like it's time to go.
But you see why Israel always choose the wrong decision? We always choose the wrong decision. That's why throughout this whole Bible, when you read it, we always in what? Captivity. Or something is always happening to Israel because the choices and decisions that we make as a people.
Yeah, we would have made that decision today. Be real with yourself. You would have made that decision. Like, man, no, not the babies too. Come on now.
Man, look at all that lamb, Hebrew. You tripping. All that lamb.
You gotta burn it. You gotta
We
burn
got to
it.
make excuses.
You gotta burn
You
it.
know what I'm saying? God really didn't. No, that's just violent, brother.
You gotta burn it.
God really didn't mean that. But you see your emotion to override the truth. That can't happen. Even in something that's what you think is evil or whatever. You like, that ain't what it is. You got the truth, got to override your passions.
Right.
You feel me? You got to override your own opinion of what you want to do.
Right.
The truth got to override it. If not, you'll be making a wrong decision.
It's the wrong decision.
You'll make it based off emotion. Everybody else around you will be happy. But it's the wrong decision.
Right. And notice right off this decision, right? We just established that these people are the Jewish over in the eastern land now, right? If he would have went over there and did what God said, which was to lay everything down, they wouldn't even be inhabitants in our land. But off the wrong decision that Saul made, now they over there in our land pretending to be us.
Stronghold. Major ally with the U.S.
But you see how one decision affects generation upon generation upon generation.
Right.
That's why you got to be conscious of your decisions. Make the right decisions and the right choices.
They wouldn't be running the banking systems now. They wouldn't be running all the movies and TV and entertainment. They wouldn't be running none of that. Right.
Who remember the story of Esther? Remember the story of Esther, the old boy that was hating on us?
Haman.
Haman. He descended from this cat right here. He was one of his great-great-grandsons. So he wouldn't even been there to torment us during Esther's time. Had Saul just went on through and handled his business. You see what I'm saying? He didn't do what the Lord said, and it just caused a ripple effect. Where we at today? Where we at today?
Let's get it out there.
1 Samuel 15, verse 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refuse, they destroyed utterly.
You hear that? So he went in there on some straight selfish stuff anyway. Not only did he disobey the Most High command, he went in there and he got what he wanted about it.
That's good furniture.
You notice that? Destroyed it.
Right.
That don't sound like Israel though.
That's all that.
Throw that away, you tripping.
Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repented me that I have set up Saul to be king.
That means the Lord said, I'm turning back from me putting him up as king. That's what repent means, to turn away from. The Most High, like I'm turning away from me even anointing him.
You hear that? You can't even be king no more because you didn't make the right decision or the right choice when I gave you the command. That's the whole point. It ain't like he didn't give us nothing. It ain't like we got to think for ourselves. He telling us how to think. Hey, go lay everything down.
Right.
Yeah, I would say, we keep this in mind, the scripture right here, it goes perfect when we read. It's Isaiah 55:8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts. Straight up. Neither are your ways my ways,
Right.
you said the Most High.
Straight up.
So you'll never get on this level and just be obedient, do what he said.
Exactly.
Come off the top all the time.
Right.
So it sounds like, you know how they be, a lot of people join the military and all that. You feel me? Take orders. I mean, it's really the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a chain of command. Orders get gave. And your emotion really ain't got nothing to do with it. And if you think some of us have got people serving long sentences in jail, like you can fill out in court and cried and no, judge like that little teardrop ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like officer, yeah, I'll grab him on up. Yeah, see what that's left. To the back. Hey, clear the courtroom. To the back.
To the left.
Huh? 40 years. So do emotion even hold up in judgment of court? It don't. That's a factor that you have that you think gonna influence the mind of God, and it ain't. Your emotion don't mean nothing to the Lord. Don't mean nothing. Like you do what I say. It's all good. It sounds harsh because we've been raised opposite, thinking like, no, God kind of need me. No, he don't. The Lord was lost. You found the Lord though. You was the one that was lost. You know what I'm saying? Even with death around us 24/7, we still start thinking that we got forever. We making plans for 4 years from now, 5 years from now. 150,000 people die every 24 hours.
Right.
You know people that died this week. But in your mind, you think you got forever. So it's right back to the topic because it's like, well, what kind of decisions are you making knowing you don't got forever?
Come on now.
Kidding yourself. You know you don't got forever. They killed the people this week.
Right.
You know you don't got forever. Or elders dying. Just drop it dead. You know we don't have forever, but what kind of decisions are we making? Like we got forever.
Yeah.
We make decisions like I'm guaranteed certified out of here. All right. Check right on out. Be hard that task.
Yeah.
Literally stiff. Then what? Right? Then you gotta go out as the judge because of decisions that's being made. Right? So you can't let your emotions override the truth. Because too many times we got that situation in the Bible and it was, the results were horrible.
Right.
Right.
And we see that. And it's like this. You go to the doctor right now, and they be like, hey, you got stage cancer in the 4th stage. You got a month to live. Negro, every decision you make from then on out is going to be righteous. Because you know you finna die.
Right.
But look, Negroes dropping dead around us every day. People dying in their sleep. People dying from diseases.
Right.
People get hit by cars, car accidents. People still dying every day, but yet still you think you got forever. But soon as somebody give you that conscious decision, hey, you got 4 months to live. Your whole thought pattern will change. Why we can't be like that for the word? You will believe a white doctor, but you won't believe this book.
Right.
Like we need to be operating in that mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, if I do this, is this gonna hurt this brother? So I gotta make a right decision. Maybe I don't need to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I spend all this money on these shoes, am I gonna be able to pay this electric bill? Maybe I don't need to buy these shoes.
Right.
Because my kids need lights. You know what I'm saying? We have to think like that with everything we do. Every footstep, every thought. We have to sit back and think. Remember, we at war. And war is not all about banking. It's about strategy and thinking.
That's right. Right.
That's why chess is a good game.
Right.
The game for thinkers and right decisions and choices. You better not put them pawns out there too quick. That king gonna get took.
Right.
Remember, decisions and right choices and all your moves and everything you do, you gotta think about things before you act. But the thing about the Most High is he give us so much grace, so much mercy, and he loves us so much, he gave it to us in plain sight. 10 commandments. Follow these 10 commandments, believe that my son is the Messiah, boom, there you go.
Right.
But what we do, we read the 10 commandments, we understand the commandments, we know who Christ is, but we be like, you know what, I'm gonna make the conscious decision to do what the hell I wanna do anyway.
It's about the God in me.
We gotta start thinking before we start moving. And look, don't only just think, because a lot of Negroes think and still choose to do wrong, which is called willfully sinning. Let's start actually thinking and think about the consequences of it and turn back from them thoughts. Come on, bro.
Verse 11. It repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following.
You know, he did what?
He has turned back from following.
So he has turned back from following, meaning he was following him at first. He has turned back from following me. So he was following him at first, then he made a conscious decision not to follow him no more, after God gave him the command. Sound like us, don't it? Come on.
And have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he had set him up a place, and has gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandments of the Lord.
You heard that? Now he's lying. He's lying now. So you see how one decision is like a domino effect? As soon as you go off, you got to keep going off. As soon as you tell one lie, you got to keep what? Tell the other lies to keep up with the first lies. And by the time you get to the 50th lie to keep up with the first one, you done forgot the reason why you lied in the first place. See, one bad decision, but what they say, one rotten apple spoiled a whole bunch. Now because one man decision, we still got to face this heathen every day over there pretending and portraying to be us. All because he made the wrong decision and choice when the Most High gave him the command. It ain't like we got to think this stuff up ourselves. He give it to us. All we got to do is follow and obey. Come on.
Verse 14. Samuel said, What meaneth then these bleating of the sheep in my ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear?
He said, oh yeah, so you did everything the Most High told you to do? How the hell am I hearing sheep?
Right.
And oxen? What you got them on the way here or something? You heard? They fell out of the sky? Come on, Hebrew.
And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and the oxen.
Look, the second line, for the people spared, but you king, he told you to do something. You run everything that's up under you, but the people spared them. Same thing that Adam did in the garden. It was that wicked woman you gave me. No, I told you to do this, but you made the conscious decision to listen to that woman. So who was that fall on? Adam. You know what I'm saying? So when we get a command, follow it. If you believe this book to be true, or it's ink on paper. It's all going to come down to that anyway. Do you believe everything in this book is true? If so, that means everything he tells you to do is for a good particular reason. Just like the dietary law. You can take the Bible out of the equation. Look at all the stuff he told us not to eat and look up the effects of it.
Right.
They bad for your body.
Right.
The stuff he said is good to eat. It keeps you living longer.
Right.
But it's up to you to make that conscious, right choice and decision to eat it or not eat it. All he knew was give the command. But he gave us free will. He don't want to make us love him. He wants us to love him because we his glory and he created us. You see how selfish we is though? We ain't create ourselves. We don't wake ourselves up in the morning. The sun go up and down by itself. The sun grow crops for us to eat. Everything else following their commandments but the Negro.
Right.
Everything else doing what they supposed to do but us.
Right.
Now look, check this out. Since we all want to go off and make our own decisions, what happens if the son was like, you know what? I ain't setting that. I'm not setting no. What happens if the rain be like, you know what? I'm staying in the clouds forever.
Right.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die dehydration, starvation.
Yeah.
So look, the same thing though. What Uriel was just talking about earlier. All decisions that we make affect the earth. Just like the sun's decisions, if they stop, it's going to affect us. So it's a ripple effect. Everything, every decision and thought that we make affects one another because we are a nation of people. You're not just by yourself. You're going to get judged by yourself, but you influence everybody that's inside the body. We got to start thinking before we actually move and act. And look, he made it easy for us. He gave us the commandments. It ain't like we got to come up with these ourselves. It ain't like you got to think like, should I not kill this nigga? Should I steal from the store? He gave it. It's easy. Thou should not steal. Thou should not kill. Thou should, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he made it easy for us. So why are we still going on? Why are we still choosing to think for ourselves? Why are we still choosing to make the wrong decisions and choices? When we see the effect of our forefathers doing the same thing, and what happened? From them making the wrong decisions and choices, we in captivity till this day. For Adam and Eve making the wrong decisions and choices, we all must experience physical death. These are facts. Go ahead, Bruce.
I want to bring this up. It's Proverbs 29:25. The fear of man bringeth a snare and a trap, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. So it's like the Lord already gave us, like a set of dietary law not to eat certain things. When you go to the doctor, when he say cut down on pork, you go home, the doctor said I got to cut down on pork.
Right.
The
That
Lord
ain't done each.
told you how to live already.
Right.
Trust me.
This is how you know scripture real though.
Right.
Because even when you take the Bible out of the equation, if you get down to the so-called science, which is still the Bible, they tell you the same thing. Pork is bad for you. It gives you high blood pressure. It causes heart failure. You get worms, parasites.
No, listen to
But look, you go to the doctor, they tell you that it's all good. But the book that was written thousands and thousands and thousands of years before this man even existed and got his so-called doctorate degree or whatever you call it, he tell it to you, now it's all good.
Yesterday, Channel 4 News ran a story. Researchers have recently discovered that wine is good for the infirmities in the
They research reading the script.
You know what I'm saying? So look, now since they said that, it's gonna be some wine drinkers. You heard me?
They must have opened the script for the first time.
All praise, better make it up.
That's crazy. Look, like Uriel was just sitting up here chatting with me about. It's all about belief and unbelief. Because if you really believe everything that was in this book, if you really believe everything that was in this book, we wouldn't be here right now, even having this very discussion. Come on, Hebrew.
1 Samuel 15, verse 15. Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites, but the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell you what the Lord has said to me this night. And he said unto him, stay on. Say on, excuse me. And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, and thou wast little in thy own sight. Was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel? And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil and didst evil in the sight of the Lord?
You see that? So when he gives you a command and you make the wrong decision off the command that he gave you, that is evil in the sight of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
It immediately becomes evil because you did what? You disobeyed. And obedience trumps sacrifice. Your choice. He made the wrong choice, so God called that evil. So maybe we should think about that when we thinking. Like, go ahead, Hebrew.
Hey, y'all write this down, Isaiah 24, back into the choices and decisions. Isaiah 24, verses 4 through 6. Yeah, Isaiah 24, 4 through 6. Back into our choices. And then how what we do affects the earth. Isaiah 24, verse 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Showing you what we do when we break the laws of the Most High, transgress the everlasting covenant. The curse is poured upon the land, poured upon the earth. So what good is land without the morals from the Heavenly Father that govern us? A lot of us say we need land. That's one of our solutions. We'll say we need land. But then we ain't even decided, like, okay, well, what God we serve? Big? Like, so that means my RPG nephew that believe in comedic science, he gonna be dwelling there too? Praying to Amen Ra? What about my atheist auntie? We're gonna be right back in square one. Right? Just drop a whole bunch of us on a plot of land somewhere and say, y'all free, handle your business. If it ain't established, rules the king over us, and we're gonna be right back in square one. Right back in chains. We're gonna devour one another until somebody else come right on in and conquer us once again. You feel me? So the land means nothing without the laws of the Heavenly Father governing us, the people that's on the land. And when we go against it, let you know something supernatural, the Lord start cursing the land. You don't get your crops right no more, none of that. Thorns, thistles. It usually yield fruit and everything for you need to survive. But since you sinned against your Creator, He cursed the land. The very thing you need to survive. That's crazy, man. So the land means nothing without the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob ruling over us. That's right. Right? And then once we know that and then we go against that, why are we surprised when our conditions are what they are?
Right.
He told you what it was going to be.
Right. And check this out. And you chose to make the conscious decision not to follow the command. That'd be crazy. Negro blow another Negro brains out, but then cry when they get life. Hey, you blew his brains out. That was the choice you made. So now your life gone too, an eye for an eye. Everybody think that's because grace here, and we are not in the days of Aaron no more, that you get away with what you're doing. You still gotta answer everything you've done when you get to that throne of God. Everything. And ain't nothing without sin. Like God see, He's the all-seeing eye. He see everything. That's right. And He see your thoughts. And look, remember, most of the thoughts that are implanted in your brain didn't come from you anyway. You're not the source of anything. Right. You're the conductor. It is your choice to make the right or the wrong decisions off these high spirits that's inputting these vibrations in your head. Come on, bro. Hey, bro, you have a question?
Yeah, it's just a question, man. I'm just trying to get some understanding right now. So if Saul would have done what the Most High said, them people wouldn't be running nothing right now.
Right, brother. They wouldn't even, this particular tribe wouldn't even be here, man. Because he told them to kill everything down to the baby, the suckling, anything that had something to do with them, wipe them all out. Right. But Saul made the wrong decision and he got greedy. He said, he's like, man, I'm not finna kill. Hold on, so you telling me
that's my boy.
This good oxen,
right.
These good sheep, and he cool people. So he saved. And out of that remnant he saved, they started multiplying. Now they over there right now occupying our land pretending to be us. Ain't that crazy?
It kind of make you mad at old Saul, don't it?
Hey, you go back to Adam and Eve. Hey, mad at them. Hey.
Most of our forefathers.
Right. You see how all this stems from a root of what? Decisions and choices. Right. That's why we got to think before we do it. And not only think, but act upon the good vibrations and the good influences, not the bad. Because for every action, there's a reaction. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Come on, you doing?
1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 20. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and I've gone the way which the Lord sent me.
You hear that? It's like his fourth lie now. We don't like the fourth lie. Come on.
But you peep how you ran up on him at the beginning. Like he ran up on him like, man, you know I kept the commandments, right? He was already like trying to cover his, you feel me?
Trying to set
First one up in his face.
Setting up his mindset already.
Ran up on him like, ooh, you heard about the commandment I did? Hopefully he ain't heard that. Hopefully he don't know I didn't keep the commandment. Let me run up on him real quick.
Right.
You can tell he was guilty as the day is long.
Like the Most High acknowledged his prophet.
Right.
Come on, you know.
And have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil.
Hear that? He blamed it again. He did what Adam did. He pointed fingers. He hiding his transgression.
But the people took the spoil, took of the spoil sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
You hear that? So he's saying, yeah, we disobeyed the command. We didn't kill these sucklings and the oxen and the sheep because we wanted to sacrifice it to God. But we just said that obedience is always sacrifice. You should have been obedient and killed everything there. But you didn't make the conscious decision to do that. So now the very thing that you were supposed to kill, you saying the people finna sacrifice it to God, to your God who gave you the commandment to kill it. Huh? Don't even make sense.
Verse 22, and Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
Those barbecue pits.
Right.
As in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
Read that again.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
You hear that? Don't, the sacrifice comes after you sin. He said obey first and you won't have to do no sacrifice.
Right.
It's better to obey, keep my laws, make the right choices and decisions.
Right.
Because once you make the wrong ones, now you gotta have atonement. It's better for you to be obedient than sacrifice. Because if you sacrifice, then obviously you done something wrong.
So let the animals live.
Let the animals, why do the animals gotta suffer for your mistakes and your mess ups and your wrong faulty decisions? Huh? If it was still sacrificing going on, wouldn't every animal be extinct?
Right.
Because the Negro won't do some sin.
The Negro. Come on, man.
Come on.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than to fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord.
You hear that? Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. Meaning once that word get presented to you, once the command get right there in your face, you have the conscious decision whether to follow it or not to follow it. See, it goes right back to them choices. Come on.
He hath also rejected thee from being king. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandments of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
We stop right there. So look, the thing is, we have to start thinking, and if we believe like we say we believe, or if we working on beliefs like we say we're working on, obviously we're working on something from the down here. That means if the Most High tell us to do something, get it done. Get it done. Where we going next, Hebrew?
Genesis 21.
Genesis 21. Decision. Right choices, huh?
Moses said rebellion is just like witchcraft.
Man.
So going against the Most High, you might as well be a practicing witch. There's a law in the Bible what to do with witches. Very. So anytime you feel the need to go against the Most High, that's a demonic force on you. Playing in your mind to get you to go against the Most High. You said it was just like witchcraft. Witchcraft is seductive, seducing. Witchcraft. Rebellion against the Most High. Going against the Most High, you might as well be a flaming witch. Wow.
Get it done.
1 Samuel chapter, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Genesis chapter 21, verse 1. And the Most High visited Sarah, and he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age. at the set time of which Yahweh had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as Yahweh had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, Yahweh hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah would have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son. Cast out this bondwoman and her son. For the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son.
So now you notice here that Sarah told Abraham to cast out Ishmael. If you read in Galatians chapter 4, Ishmael is compared to the flesh, and Isaac is compared to the spirit. So it's the spirit of the flesh. So wisdom is compared to a woman. So here Sarah is basically being compared to wisdom.
Right, like ain't well with daughter.
Exactly. So she told him to cast out the flesh and live with the spirit.
Verse 11. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice.
What?
Hearken unto her voice.
So here, the Most High is telling Abraham to listen to the woman. Right? Good.
For in Isaac shall thy seed be called, and also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed.
So even by him casting out Ishmael, he still promised him that he was going to bless him.
He's still one of the many stars that he was supposed to get. All the children is the star. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba.
Well, y'all had him all on Facebook today. This is no good. Don't be a man of God. Put me out one bottle of water. Me and the baby. Y'all know really where he can drove today. He drove talking about God said put me out. Abraham, huh? Must be a real book, man, dealing with real life situations. You feel me? And I ain't romanticizing for you at all. Y'all know good well, it's been over some social media. Hey, going before she got out the door, we've been on Facebook, Instagram. Kicking me out now, look. Yeah, child support put on his own. Wow. That's right. All right, come on, man.
Verse 15. And the water was spent in the bottle.
One bottle of water.
And she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and set her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bow shot. For she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him and lifted up her voice and wept.
Just going to just show how Abraham listened to the voice of his wife, cast off Ishmael, which represented the flesh, and threw up with Isaac, which represented the spirit.
Yeah, you know the Most High had to come and reconfirm it to Abraham. He's like, hold on, what? Oh, out. Dang. Go ahead and listen to him. Like, look, a hard decision to make. Like today, you've been like, I don't know. Again, another time we would have used our own opinion.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the pressures of society to go against what we would command. Just be real. You don't really wear. Nah, I ain't gonna go that hard. Come on, now. Dang. You gonna have to go stay down at Reverend Larry Rice. You had the baby. That's not, no, I can't. Right? But you see the decision had to be made.
Think about the decision, the consequences if he wouldn't have listened to the Lord.
Yep, and then look, when you get to that Joshua, it was saying Ishmael was actually trying to kill Isaac. Like he was shooting bow and arrows at him and everything. That's what the mama seen. The mama seen her baby was in danger. It was like, this little joke is gonna try to kill my baby. You feel me? And if he stay around him, he gonna kill him for the covenant. So that's what she saw. It was danger in a way. It was more than just him mocking him. You feel me? And Jonah on his forehead or something. He was actually, because Ishmael was a skilled archer. You feel me? So he was shooting, you feel me, right by his head. Hey, trying to kill Isaac. So she seen that and like, hey, he gotta go. You feel me? He got playing target practice with my baby forehead. He gotta go. You feel me? So it was more graphic than that. It wasn't just a little Jonah the reason why she and him got put out. It was like he was trying to kill Isaac. You feel me? Because he knew that the promise was going to him. And now he's like, I'm Abraham's firstborn son. You feel me? But the promise was to Isaac through Sarah. Right. So them knowing that, you feel me, he automatically got an ill hatred toward him. Same thing played out with Jacob and Esau. In the womb, they was banging. Yeah. Over the promises, you know what I'm saying? Same type of thing.
So how do the Arabs justify that? We read it different.
Yeah.
That's what
They say they own them though.
they own.
You know what I'm saying? You go to the Quran, they tell you that the children of Israel, I gave my law to Moses and the children of Israel. They are the chosen. They tell you that in the Quran. They tell you that in the Quran in multiple places. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know even with them, as religiously fanatic they are, they not reading their text either. Mm-hmm. Like they shouldn't be that hard. People that go to church don't read the Bible like that. You feel me? They'll read a line, but you feel me? They don't have the understanding. So if they that devoted to something they don't have understanding in, what make you think ISIS can't be that devoted to Islam? Even though their books say the chosen people are the Israelites. Say in their book multiple times. All right, where we going, Hebrew? Let's get them done.
Genesis chapter 13.
Elder Ozell, Hebrew, what's going on?
Niggas working now.
Nah, I ain't no rep. Tripping, bro. That's you with the slip bottoms on, man. How you doing, Elder? Y'all good?
Good, like a Hebrew shit.
Pray.
Genesis 13.
Verse 1. Genesis chapter 13, verse 1.
Decisions are the right choices, huh? Done.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 1. And Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him unto the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south, even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar, which he made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Most High. And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together.
Rich.
They had
Time to expand, man. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? They had
Many of us up in this house.
They had so much stuff they couldn't even dwell.
Right, can't even live together.
Come on, Hebrew.
And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzites dwelled then in the land. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. It is not the whole land before thee. Is not the whole land before thee. Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, and I will go to the right. Or if thou wilt depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left.
Abram just wanted to keep that peace.
But he knew that they were brothers.
And Lot lifted up his eyes, and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere. Well watered everywhere. Before the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Most High, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar.
So Lot, he looked up and saw this land and it was beautiful. Right? What is Proverbs 14 verse 12 real quick?
Sodom and Gomorrah was a thriving civilization like your good old United States of America. It was something that was thriving and well respected and loved. Still had to come down violently with fire. What we going up?
Proverbs 14 verse 12 real quick.
Oh, that Genesis, y'all. He's coming right back to it.
Proverbs 14:12.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
So you look at Lot, he saw the land, it looked good, and plenteous, a place that was beautiful. That's what you're saying.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
What?
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
The Most High destroyed that very land that he wanted to go to. That's where he wanted to go. The Most High destroyed that land. Because he saw it looked good to him. He just like, I'm going to go over there. If you can stay here, I'm going to go there.
Like your mama tell you, everything that glitter ain't gold.
Right.
So his decision was wise. Let's go back to Genesis.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 11. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves one from the other. Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Most High exceedingly.
You see the land that he chose. It was the land that the Most High destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah. It was the most wickedest place that we know to this day.
Las Vegas. Huh?
Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, this one Abram had just left from his dad.
Genesis chapter 12.
Right. Yeah.
Chapter before then.
Chapter 4, okay, now let's fast forward.
Yeah.
That's later.
Verse 14. And the Most High said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
There was a covenant that God made with Abraham right here.
The land of Canaan. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Then Abram removed his tent, and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, Mamre, which is Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Most High.
John chapter 18.
Hey, brother, family, as you can see, it's the 73rd time they set up an altar in this chapter. And the same way the other side is setting up altars for the devil. Communicating, and they all communicating with the other side. So it's not unlikely that they're opposite, that the opposite will be the same.
Yeah, they copy the whole thing with the spiritual realm. They do the same thing, it just on a wicked extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like they know every time the Most High appeared to men in the Bible. So you got the spiritual realm manifesting in the physical. So men build altars, memorials. You know what I'm saying? They doing the same thing with these altars of Baal. Archways, they putting them all over the world, same thing. Same thing going on. Yeah, so look. It ain't just for, why archway to Baal? Why not to Santa Claus? Right. Why all the gods in the world, they gotta be Baal? Right. You feel me? And then UNESCO was putting up 1,000. Like, look into these organizations. UNESCO. Like, what are they over? What are they controlling? And what's your agenda to put 1,000 of these things up across the planet? What is that?
Points of light, the Illuminati, man. 1,000 points of light.
Right. I guess it's just all about artwork, into the arts. Nah, they not just doing that just because or just to be doing it. You feel me? It's a reason behind all this. Those that understand can see though, man. What we get up?
John chapter 18.
John 18.
Which one? 28 to 40.
Get it done.
John chapter 18, verse 28. Then led they Yahushua from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment. And it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover. Pilate then went out unto them and said, What accusation bring ye against this man?
Remember he talking to Israel because they turned over the Messiah.
They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto thee.
A malefactor is an evil. An evil doer.
Troublemaker,
Verse 31. Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him and judge him according to your law. According to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the king, that the saying of Yahushua might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Yahushua, and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews? Yahushua answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Yahushua answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
Oh, what?
Then would my servants fight.
Is that Jesus talking? That this was his kingdom, his servants would be fighting. So it would have been like an in-house civil war if it was time for Christ's kingdom. So those that was trying to sell him out and those that was riding with him, it would have been a clash on both sides. But he like, if this was my kingdom, my servants would be fighting. Right?
That I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Yahushua answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. 38. Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when he said this, he went out again unto the Jews, and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all.
Man, what?
No fault at all. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, not this man, but Barabbas. Not Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber.
Jack boy, huh?
Right, so if you go back to Deuteronomy chapter 30, the Most High said, I said, prepare this day before you life and death. Choose life and not death. This is the same thing here in the physical realm on the simple fact. Israel, he told them this day to choose life or death, and they ended up choosing death. They didn't choose life. They ended up choosing Barabbas, who was the robber.
Right.
Instead of choosing Christ, who was life.
That's what the scripture means.
What? Well, been studying a little.
Yeah, you can do it, thing, I see.
What's up, Hebrew?
Where we at now, Hebrew? Let's get it now.
Yeah, chapter 21.
Chapter 21.
Yeah, 21. Now just go for your, how it's a blessing to be on the right side of God instead of the left. Anything that's on the right, it's like the blessing, represents power, authority. Anything on the left is not so good at all.
Okay, so right decisions, huh?
Right here.
John 21. After these things, Yahweh showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias.
Read up a little bit, bro.
And on this wise showed he himself. There were together Simon Peter and Thomas, called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana, Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and two other of his disciples. Simon Peter said unto them, I go a fishing. I go a fishing. They say unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately. And that night they caught nothing.
So notice they went to the ship and they went fishing at night, right? Come on.
But when the morning was now come, Yahweh stood on the shore. But the disciples knew not that it was Yahweh. Then Yahweh said unto them, children, have ye any meat? They answered him, no. And he said unto them, cast the net on the right side of the ship.
Cast the word?
Cast the net on the right side of the ship.
So you notice he told them cast it on the right side of the ship, not on the left side. Right? Come on.
And ye shall find.
And you shall what?
And ye shall find. They cast therefore. And now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes.
At first, remember, they went out at night to catch fish. They couldn't catch anything at all. And Christ, who was the true light, and came out during the morning, he told them to cast it on the right side of the boat. Yeah. They caught numerous amount of fish where they couldn't even drag the fish into the boat.
So right decisions, right choices, the right hand of the Father, all of these are abundance. It's power. Okay. What's up, brother?
Just our wine in the military, you know, they always start from the left. Live, right. They always
They're always going.
You on Babylon, bro.
Even when brothers be reading in Hebrew, they read from what? Right to left.
Not left to right, huh? From the back to front. Front to back. End to the beginning.
Down is up and up is down.
Oh, man, stop it, man. Y'all playing right.
Come on, what? We're going to go to Matthew 25, verse 31.
Matthew 25.
Verse 31.
Matthew 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. As a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world.
So let you know, anything that's on the right hand of the Father, you're blessed. Anything that's on the left, you're cursed. He said before you, life and death, blessed and cursed. Choose life, so you won't see death.
Right hand of God, huh? So it all goes back to the Messiah.
And then it also show you how the word God is plural, and then the plural word for sheep is sheep.
Verse 35. For I was hungry, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
Just let you know that the lake of fire was not prepared for us, it was prepared for the fallen angels. But since we want to not keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, that's where we go.
Have at it.
Notice the ones that made them wrong decisions was on that left side.
Call that brother too.
That's big. Look, check this out real quick. This is the third book of Enoch. I just found this. It says, third book of Enoch. It says, the right hand of God. It says, Ishmael said, Metatron said unto me, Come, and I will show you the right hand of the omnipresent, which hath been banished behind him because of the destruction of the temple. But it is all kinds of brilliant lights, and it shines. And by the 955 heavens were it created. Even the seraphim and the Ophrim are not allowed to look on it till the day of salvation comes. And I went with him, and taking me by his hand, he bore me up with his wings and showed it to me with all kinds of praises, jubilations, and songs. No mouth can tell its praise, no eye can behold it, because it is magnitude, because of the magnitude of its greatness, its praise, its glory, its honor, and its beauty. Moreover, all the souls of the righteous who are worthy to see the joy of Jerusalem stand beside it, praising it and entreating it, saying 3 times a day, Awake, awake, clothe yourselves in strength for the arm of the Lord. Y'all peep that? So this right hand is Christ. The right hand of God is Christ. The right decisions. You know what I'm saying? The righteous stand on the righteous with the sheep. All the negative ones that had the wrong decisions on the left, which goes to the lake of the fire. So what he doing is he linking up right choices and right decisions with the right hand of God, which is righteousness, but goes back to the Messiah, which take away sins or take away wrong decisions.
Hakeem, what was that you just read, bro?
This is the third book of Enoch, chapter 48, the right hand of God. Go ahead.
This is Acts 5 and start at 30. God of our fathers raised HONORANDHUMILYTSTL, whom he slew and hanged on a tree. Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sin.
That's right.
You can see here the Most High used his right hand, so it must be good news.
Right. What was that, Frank?
It was Acts 5, 30 and 31.
And choose the right side, the wicked rule go in.
Right, right.
It's good for the Most High, it's good for us.
Psalm 110:1, the Lord says to my Lord.
Right hand.
Right.
All right, what we going? Let's get it done.
Wisdom, Psalm chapter 5, verse 15.
Wisdom solid.
What's up with the Hebrew? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one there, Hebrew. Second Ezra 3 and 6. Yeah. Another one on the right hand. Y'all get that? You put it down there. That's that. The book of the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
It's on the board, y'all. Make it bigger. That's big enough? Get it done.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Verse 15.
The book of the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Most High, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Most High's hand. From the Most High's hand. With his right hand. With his right hand shall he cover them. And with his arm shall he protect them.
Alright, so we covered by the Most High's right arm and his right hand. Use our protection. Which is Christ.
Didn't he stretch out his right hand and brought us out of the land of Egypt?
Right.
Makes sense. Right decisions, right hand, righteousness. I see you.
Let me keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the north, and hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty.
Proverbs 18, chapter 21.
Oh,
book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of Yahweh. The poor useth entreaty, but the rich answereth roughly. A man that hath friends must show it. There is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
Also let you know, you choose whether you die or live. It's in the power of your tongue.
Right.
Hey, bro, can you come back down a little bit so I can get the top part of it? Sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
My turn.
Yes, it is.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wisdom chapter, Psalm chapter 2, verse 12.
Back to the Apocryphal Wisdom of Solomon. He said chapter 2. We'll get her done. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraideth us with our offending of the law, and abideth to our infamy and transgressions of the education of our education.
Does it sound like the Messiah when he walked the earth? During the times when the Pharisees, he was letting the Pharisees know the ways that they was living was against God.
He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. Reprove our thoughts.
This goes back to the Messiah. He knew everything that was on your mind. Before you even did it, he already knew what you was thinking.
He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men. His life is not like other men. His ways are of another fashion.
This is what the wicked think about the righteous, mainly about the Messiah. But I mean, you catch flashes of it. You come around, you know, people, hey, this, come again. Dang, that Bible, you know, talking about these commandments and these laws, and you catch flashes of it yourself. You know what I'm saying? The wicked think like that, like, look, he was made to reprove our thoughts. Dang, here he come again. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang out around him no more because he gonna say something that God is gonna frown upon. You feel me? And I ain't down with that because I'm comfortable with my wickedness. So this is what the wicked actually think about you, even though, you know, they may not say it, but this is what they think about you when you come around with your newfound belief. Feel me? They thinking that, like, look at him. Let's read.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
They know, like, he know that we know that he know we fake. Right? Straight up, like, dang. It's like, you know I know you lying, but you still gonna carry on with that lie. You know what I'm saying? So, what is that right there? Take it as simple as Christmas. You feel me? You know it's a lie. You know it ain't no Santa Claus. right? And then you can put it on the pastor, you know he knows, you made him confess. No, it ain't no Santa Claus, we know we just do it for the kids. Oh, okay. But when you run into him, he like one of these, like, dang. Because he know that you know that he know you fake it. He know what it is, he just like, dang. You feel me? And even though the show must go on, with his little sheep, when he see you, he be like, man, here it is, right? Because he knows that, you know, the jig is up, you fake it, right? But to get the people's mind and money, you still gonna play around. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. That's what the wicked know. When you come around, you come through the door, you get one of these, dang, here you go again. They know you an exposure. And that's why that's their reaction like that, you feel me? Because he knows you're faking. Let's read, brother. What else is say?
He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness.
Right, you don't do none of that no more. No more pork eating and singing to the Christmas tree and, you feel me, your whole life, whatever you was doing, right? You don't do the same things no more. Why you don't come around no more? You got a whole new life, right? So he abstains from our ways. That's filthy. I don't do that no more, right? I don't kill my people no more. I don't rob my people no more. That's filthiness. So you abstain from that. So he thinking that, like, look at him. He can shut up the whole west side, and now he's just so righteous. Look at him. Huh? Y'all get all this. That's why people smiling, because you know people think this about you. This is going through the mind of those that really don't like you because of what you believe. You feel me? You catch it all the time. You catch it all the time. Necks get to snapping. People get to sighing. You know, phones get to ringing. Yeah. What else to say, my brother?
He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his Father. Let us see if his words will be true, and let us prove what will happen in the end of him.
So they all, everything you've been saying, everybody's weighing in the balance. I can hear you, Shalom, commandments, Hebrew, Israelites. But everybody waiting to see what you're going to do in the end thereof. You going to start building and finish? Remember everybody heads you took off about Christmas and Easter? Let you show up next year talking about you went to the Egyptian science and stuff. You're going to be trolled. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing is for them to watch and see. I hear them talking now. It sounds good. Holler at me 5 years ago and see if that flame's still going. Right? But one thing they know, if it ain't no real conviction, time and all that desire you got, time is going to dwindle all that desire. Right. If it ain't real, you're going to look up and get bored. Yes, I don't know. Ever since I got into this truth, I don't know. I don't like the fiery darts. It was much more easier going along with the word. So that's what they thinking, like, give it time. Give it time. He was hoop banging last week. Give him 6 more months. Give him 6 more months without pork and see what we talking about. Next Christmas. Yeah, let's wait till next Christmas. What else to say, brother?
For if the just man be the son of Yahweh, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
Going back to Christ. Going back to the Messiah. But also going into what your people really think about you. Yeah. What you think it would be if there wasn't freedom of religion? You have that today. Or which can stay right next door to you. But what would you think if this was not freedom of religion? You came through the door like, mama, all your idol gods is of the devil. And this is the established belief for the past 2,000 years. You show up like, yeah, whatever, that's off. What do you think? People will kill you for that belief. Why do you think so many religious wars? People kill over that. You got the so-called luxury of believing you in America and got freedom of religion. Everybody fighting over their beliefs. So if you didn't have that little barrier of so-called, protection of freedom of religion, what you think would be happening to you? What you think ISIS is just playing around because they in Africa? Or Boko Haram? Had that been heard, we'll see who really died. Because that's what people really think when you come through and take their belief away from them. That somebody's belief, it becomes them. Right? Why you think they was persecuting the disciples back then? They were stoning them brothers and killing them because they was coming through tearing down beliefs. Something you take for granted today. You can be an atheist and live next door to a Christian, live next door to a Muslim, live next door to a pedophile, Nambla, Africa Bambaataa. For you hip-hop Negro.
Oh, no, not him.
Huh?
That's not him.
You know the African Bambaataa. Yeah, 6 men then came out and said he was touching little boys back in the 80s. And the 90s. You wouldn't know nothing about hip-hop if it wasn't for that soul sonic force, Africa Bambaataa, the Zulu nation. He coined the phrase hip-hop. And that whole nation was a nation of pedophiles touching little boys, man. It's been out the past 3 weeks. Trip off that. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it done.
Let us condemn him with a shameful death. For by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine.
You hear what your people thinking? They don't believe what you believe. This is what they imagine. Come on.
And were deceived.
And were what?
Deceived.
Come on.
For their own wickedness had blinded them.
See that hatred of blind you. You hate it so much it throw off your judgment. It blinds you. They think they doing something right. You're gonna mock this. You're talking about this Christ. All right, let's keep reading.
As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not.
Right.
Neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls.
They just thinking about here and now. They ain't tripping off the payoff in the end for those that were striving to be righteous. It's an eternal blessing. It's a payoff in the end. So those that can't see that mock those just trying to be different, trying to be right. They'll mock. You feel me? Had you not been under freedom of religion, we'd be getting hunted around this deal. Some days coming back around though. And this is what your people actually think about you. You looked at it as crazy because you looking down the line like, we gonna cash in the end. We straight. Eternal blessings. The wicked that think that about you, they thinking about today. They ain't tripping off all that. Later for that. Nigga, here and now, what's good? So they ain't tripping off the reward that's coming for those that endure. Go ahead, Hebrew. What else you say?
For Yahweh created man to be immortal.
To be who?
Immortal. And made him to be an image of his own eternity.
That's a whole other level right there. That lets you know the whole origin of what this is immortality.
Right.
This ain't, so that means this ain't living. Like you wake up stiff and stinking. Like a reminder every morning of death.
Right.
So this ain't even living if the Lord made us to be immortal. Image of his own eternity. You can't kill that. Who can kill the image of God? Nobody. Right. He made you to be the image of that, a reflection of him. So he should be able to look at the earth and see, I'm looking good. Yeah. All right, that's what it is. Right. But what do you see when he look at the earth now? Oh, no.
Cloudiness and darkness.
Wrong decisions.
Exactly, based off all the wrong decisions that we've been making. We was made to be immortal, right? That's the payoff in the end, immortality. I mean, you see flashes of it. You ever had anything called deja vu? Some of us done had that growing up. Come on, now, what is that? The Lord's trying to warn you about the future. And then you look up a month later, you be right in the same predicament. You be like, dang, I haven't seen this before. So what is that? You seeing visions? Where that come from? I'm just saying, it comes from the Most High. You didn't come up with the vision, you went to sleep. Right? And it hits your mind, you wake up like, dang, that was wild, okay? And then it'll play out right, like, you be right in the middle of the store somewhere, and then you remember old girl with the blue shirt, and whatever else she got on, and be like, dang, I remember that, that's crazy, I've been there before. So, what is the Most High, like, what is he trying to warn you about? Right? Just something as supernatural as that. Do dogs have that? They have deja vu? Like you have something where the Lord straight be trying to deal with you and show you something about the future. Right? We grow up, don't even be telling nobody, they'll be like, they ain't gonna think I'm crazy or whatever. But you have premonitions, visions, deja vu. That's the spirit realm trying to holler at you about something. We just don't know nothing about it. We think, nah, they gonna think I'm crazy if I say something. But the Most High been hollering, he been trying to get contact. We just blow certain things off. Like, oh, man. Like, oh, no, never mind. right? But then when things go wrong, the first thing we say is I should have listened to my first mind, that first voice that came through. So the question is, where that come from? Right? It ain't you speaking to yourself. Now it was a thought or something from somewhere else that lies in your mind that was giving you a warning, like, watch out, go that way. Go that way. Don't do that. When you go against it, you get happy. Right? But we never listen to that inspiration. We're spiritual beings. We're just in a temporary physical abode. Your body. But you have an immortal body, like it says in 1 Corinthians 15. We got spiritual bodies waiting on us. Immortal. Why do you think the angels call us brothers? Right. Like this right here, it can break, it get sick, you twist ankles. You're gonna read about angels twisting ankles, breaking shoulders. Right? You got magnificence coming too. And that's what the Lord is saying. So if we get back to the right choices, we can start prepping to enter into that, you feel me, that realm of existence when it comes, because it's definitely coming. Yeah. What's up with the Hebrew?
So the angel is his sons and his children.
Yeah, sons and children too. Yeah, sons, angels or his sons? Yeah. Take that in the book of Job. But what is a son? I mean, if you got children, your son is your child too. So that's why they call us brothers. You see? So if you're brothers, that means you're a child of your daddy too.
Yeah, that's right. We
See what I'm
just
saying?
back to the image and the likeness. We fail as a nation. We trying to get back to the image, but the title ain't gonna never leave because we sons. Like even as Satan. Satan is he's a son too.
He a rebellious brother.
Just like
Don't get handled.
Yeah. We trying to get back to the image. We trying to get back to the God. Where it all started.
126.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve status.
Yeah.
That status before we fail.
And I read it Corinthians, which you pull in there.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 15:52.
Yes, sir.
In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
And who?
Incorruptible.
That means you can't corrupt. You ain't getting stiff and stinking in the morning. Go ahead, bro.
And we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption.
That's the whole thing. We love to talk about the fall of Israel, but this is really about the fall of Adam and Eve. Right. That's what it goes back to. So it says this corruptible must put on incorruption. Like you got power coming back to you. All right, go ahead.
And this mortal must put on immortality.
You know what must means?
That's true.
Gotta
I
have
know must, like must means. No, it has to happen.
Right.
It must. It's not no state, but it must happen. Right? That's the end game of this thing, man. So that's something beautiful. That's something to live and die for. You know what I'm saying? Like especially with people checking out every day. Like you talking about immortality, that means you can't die no more. Incorruptible, so you can't get sick and stiff and age, none of that. You're talking about immortality forever how it was meant to be. I get tired. Yeah.
What was the previous difference?
1 Corinthians 52, 53,
Chapter 15.
15, chapter 15. Yeah.
Go ahead, up.
Verse 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory?
Yeah.
The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
Hey, go back to the spiritual bodies, though, Hebrew. That 44. Read that real quick. 42 to 44.
Verse 42. So also is the resurrection of the dead.
Go ahead, read that again. Go ahead.
So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in incorruption. It is raised in incorruption.
Right.
It is sown in dishonor.
Uh-huh.
It is raised in glory.
Come on.
It is raised in glory.
Uh-huh.
It is sown in weakness.
Come on.
It is raised in power.
See how it's raised is the total opposite of how it goes to the ground. Corruptible, weak, right? Incorruptible with power and glory. That's the whole thing of the resurrection. All right, go ahead. All right, what else it say? Now go into the 44. What it say?
It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power.
Right.
44. It is sown a natural body.
Sown means the plant going to the ground. Buried. It is buried a natural body. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
It is raised a spiritual body.
So you have a spiritual body. This is your natural body. You have spiritual bodies waiting on you at the resurrection. Now that body has power, it's incorruptible, and it's glorious. Where do you think they get the whole idea of the superheroes and all the Marvel comics? It's Iron Man and the whole Superman and all that. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think you get all that from? They know they study this Bible.
Right.
You all get done, Doug?
There is a natural body, and there is a spiritual body.
That's it for that. It's to show the contrast of what it is. You got something up?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
That's 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 23. It says, being born again, out of the world of the seed, for the people who is about the word, most high was living in life.
Yeah, straight up. Being born again. Another shadow in the resurrection. So then you gotta reform your thoughts. Like if you planning on entering into that, you can't enter into that with a wicked mindset. That's why Adam and Eve was put out the garden and said before they eat of that tree of life with that wicked mindset. Then you'll be an immortal, wicked Negro or spirit, whatever you want to call it. To live first, they gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. So we gotta reform our thoughts. And practice on entering that realm right there. All right, what we get now? Y'all finished that?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 23 and 24. For Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death unto the world.
Wow.
And they that do hold his side do find. Stay on the left if you like.
Choose his side.
Stay on the left side if you like.
Go here now, you will.
Galatians 5.
They call it the book of Galatians. Someone down south. The book of Galatians. Yeah, all right.
So the whole thing is to make the right decisions.
God.
Keep the commandments of God. Don't hold to the left side of Satan. Be on the right side of the Father. When you make the wrong decisions, the outcome is not good.
The outcome is death. Straight up. Galatians 5:19.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. I'm starting at 14. Galatians chapter 5, verse 13.
13?
It was called out.
Yeah.
It was called out. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another. This I say then, walk in the Spirit. Walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. and these are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
So then you know your flesh and your spirit war against one another. The spirit is of the Father and the flesh is of Satan.
Going into your mindsets, like a carnal mindset and a spiritual mindset.
Based off of decision.
But if ye be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envying, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like,
And all like
of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
You ain't gonna get that spiritual body with all them powers doing these type of things, making these type of decisions. You finished.
I mean, you really know what it is when you conversating with folks. You know what spirit they be using. Just listen for what's coming off them lips. You know exactly what vibrations up in that knob. You know exactly what's going on. You don't need no examples. I mean, you know. Just listen to it. Listen to what's coming off his lips. What he talking about the majority of the time. You like, boy, yeah, he's operating in the works of the flesh. Trip off what he talking about. If what he talking about leads to death or to us getting locked up or something, you already know what you're dealing with. You the one to play around and keep the game going. You already know what you're dealing with. You heard the music before you pulled up. You seen not just the music that they was listening to, you seen their body language. Everybody knows body language. You don't just walk up into nowhere just blind, but you look like, man, they look like they own one over there. Straight up. What is they doing? Vibration. You ain't never looked at no crowd and read the crowd around. No, I can't. It's gonna be horribly. That's gonna be ugly. All it takes is one mean mug and it's gone. It's on the crack. So you know what spirit people are dealing with based off what their conversation. And listen to their body. Look at their body like. Right? You didn't hear something back in our day, it was Lil John and you knew a fight was gonna break out. Lil John come on in the club, it's over. Everybody getting pounded out. Because they knew that, you know what I'm saying? So you had the whole thing to be like, you know what, I'm not going to no Lil John concert. I'm good. Because you know good well that, come on, I heard them niggas don't like me. Like me, that's a song. I know where your kids and your wife be. Oh, right. Wife be. Whole club say wife be. Y'all know the next bar? Bust a nigga head to the white meat. White meat. Everybody in there mean what? They found Hey, you already know how this is finna end. Not a wrong decision. Because he can't cower down in front of his squad. You in the quicksand at that point. Don't even know it. You feet right into it. You ain't like, look, I'm gonna leave, man. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, I'm leaving. Yeah, whatever. You feel me? No, you stay right in the quicksand. And you see what happens. So look, you get warnings before you show up. You know what I'm saying? Or while you walking up. Man, that's works of the flesh over there. You feel me? Or it could be, you know, hey man, I felt a good vibe off them brothers and sisters. That was 100. That was cool, everything. Wasn't no, I ain't had to go up and stuff, you know, I ain't have to ask what the babies was. Feel like at the Passover, excellent vibes. You know what I'm saying? Everything was 100, beautiful. You had to worry about what the babies had. No, you know, baby's good up in here. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You feel me? So you catch the good vibes and you catch the bad vibes. You don't catch those for nothing though. You feel me? Why you catch you a funny vibe and just walk on as if you didn't catch that? No, that hit your head for a reason. Watch out. Works of the flesh versus fruits of the spirit.
Brother, I have a question.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, bro, explain verse 18 for me.
Where you at, 18?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read it.
But if ye be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
So I stopped you right there and I say, brother, I'm not under the law. I want your woman tonight.
So what, brother?
I'm not under the law. You just read it. I want your woman tonight. Keep reading.
Is that led by the Spirit?
You know that's wrong. Whatever. But see, that's how you just heard. Look, you know that's wrong, right?
Right.
Keep reading. The next verse is going to let you know where he can't be talking about the laws of God. What law are we talking about then? You feel me? Never let him on one line. Keep reading that Bible because he going to clear himself up. Next verse is all law breaking. Next few verses.
He tell you what the flesh is
It's
doing.
all law breaking. Adultery is one of them, so I can't take your woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what does that mean? So that's what we need to arrive at. What do he mean when he say, if you in the spirit, you're not under the law? So what law is he talking about if he ain't talking about adultery?
Sin law.
There you go. There you go, brother.
All right, so then look, you got a scripture that tell you that. That's Romans 7. You should write that down next to that. That way when you run across that, you got certain people that's crafty with that word. Write down Romans 7, 22 through 23, right next to that verse right there. And then when you go pull that, you'll see if you're in the spirit, you're not up under the dominion or law of sin. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
If you led by the spirit, you're not under the law of sin. Right? So when you're dealing with somebody, say, see, we ain't got to keep the law, close the book. They don't get to the verse 19 or whatever. You got the precept to show the law that you are not under is the dominion of sin because I'm led by the spirit. Not that I'm free to break a commandment and do whatever I want. Such as I can rob you now. So I love Jesus, you love Jesus. I love HONORANDHUMILITYSTL, you love HONORANDHUMILITYSTL, but I want you to run them pockets. I want that money. But we ain't under the law, brother. And you see how you set up and you look at your forehead balled up. And you like, they better not touch my woman. That's the mind you need to be in. When you run across something like that, you be like, hold on, that don't even sound right. Let me what? Keep reading. So he can clear himself up. You understand?
Yes.
All right, where we at?
Verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
No law what? Sin.
Ain't no law of sin.
You see, you read all the wrong decisions at first. You know what I'm saying? Adultery, what he was talking about, robbery, you know what I'm saying? Reveling and all this other stuff, and then they go right into the spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the flesh and the spirit is contrary to one another. They war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Decisions in your head. You you've been influenced by spirits, and you warned to make the right decision every day. You know what I'm saying? But the influences never stop. It's always going to be sin and righteousness and right there. And it's up to you to make a conscious choice and decision of which one you're going to let influence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you read your name class decision and right choices. Right hand of the Father, which is Christ. Who the truth has set you free. Who is the truth? Christ. Free from what? Free from sin or wrong decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to guard your grill. I said you guard your grill. Or he lost his mind. Like, oh, that's real. So who's the driver? You feel me? You're going to be influenced. You're going to be tempted anyway. Christ was tempted. Messiah was tempted. You're going to be tempted. It's just you don't have to entertain it. Just like you won't open the door if somebody knocked at your door and was offering something and you know it's stolen. What you going to tell them? Hey, get off my porch. That's how you got to beat the devil. You got to play with him and pat him on his back. How your day going? How about you? Right. You know what I'm saying? Have a little mercy, Satan. He ain't there for all that. You feel me? So again, when we get influenced, because you're gonna be influenced to do evil, you gotta rebuke that. You know what I'm saying? When a righteous inspiration come through, we gotta act on it. You feel me? We gotta be led by the Spirit. You feel me? And you know what that is when a righteous inspiration come through. You know it's the devil when it say, hey, go rob that bank down there on Circle. The fat security guard. That's the devil. That ain't God telling you to go rob the bank. Right? So then you start entertaining. You start drawing up your plans. You know the shifts. Shit, one time old boy get off. He smoked 5 packs a day. Nah,
Scoping.
it's a circle. You know what the highway is in the circle. Illinois that way, Hall Street that way. You see what I'm saying? You done plotted on the whole thing. So guess what? Who's the driver? Who will be the possible driver? If you don't shut that off, eventually he gonna have full control, and you gonna go rob that bank, and Slick Willie gonna jump right out you right after you done, and he got him somebody else.
On your own.
Yeah, real talk.
Verse 24. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the afflictions of lust,
Affections.
with the affections and lusts.
So if you Christ, you can crucify or put to death those things that war against your spirit. You bang with them. All right, go ahead.
If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
Wow.
Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another.
That's another level to it too, vainglory. Some folks seek their own attention, you know what I'm saying? Seek the camera, all that. You gotta watch all that because even with increase in knowledge come power. Power can be manipulated. You gotta watch all that. So even when you're keeping the commandments, there has to be in sincerity and truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't be keeping them with a different motive on your mind. Like, I just want to curry them like that. So I get them for all these shekels. You feel me? You can't be doing that. You can't be desirous of vainglory. So it all go hand in hand.
Let's increase it again.
Yeah, let's go to 1 Kings, the 13th chapter. Yeah. 1 Kings, 13th chapter. Let's go into the decisions too, bro.
Down there.
Start at verse 1. Now you see the Most High told one of his prophets something. And you know, hey, he was on the path the majority of the way. He was on the path majority of the way, but something happened. That whole chapter is only 34 verses. Y'all brothers got it down there. Let's go into the class with right decisions and right choices. Don't use your emotion, because you can get emotional real quick. Let's just see what we're supposed to be doing. Alright. You got that, Hebrew? I don't know if it's started verse 1. I don't know if you ever read the story. This is a wild story, right?
1 Kings chapter 1.
Chapter 13.
Chapter 13, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah, by the word of the Lord came unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense.
There's a man of the Lord, he's a prophet. Jeroboam is one of the first kings over Israel after the nation split. He was the first king over the northern kingdom. He was wicked as all hell, made his own feast day, came up with his own month, removed the capital from Jerusalem and went to Samaria. He did his own thing. His name was Jeroboam. All right, Solomon's son's name was Rehoboam. That's when the nation split after Solomon. Go ahead, Alex.
And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord, and said, O altar, thus said the Most High, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee. The men's bones shall be burnt upon thee.
Prophecy of King Josiah. That's 2 Kings. Come on, Hebrew.
And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Lord has spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out.
What is prophesying, saying a king gonna be born and gonna destroy your whole system you got set up here? What's up, Doc?
What's up with the ashes? Like essence, you put the ashes on her.
Yeah, like when you get real low. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, trip up there, say you just got your hair twisted up. You know what I'm saying? Your hair fresh and everything. The last thing you gonna do is go play on the beach or something. You feel me? Or roll around in the dirt. So when you put ashes and sackcloth on, and you go and you fast before the Most High, you just showing them that you're at your lowest point in your life, and you really need Him to answer for you. That was something they did. They ain't put on their going out clothes. They put on sackcloth. You feel me? They went tripping. I just got my hair done. Esther went tripping off all that. She poured ashes on her head. And she just showing the Lord she's lower than dirt. Please hear me. Please listen to me. Then they will afflict their souls and fast. Deny themselves food and water. Right? To get the Lord to answer speed. How many was ready to make that sacrifice?
Not for show anyway.
Yeah, definitely not for sure. You understand? All right, come on.
That's the way you explain it, bro.
It's all in scripture, bro. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 4. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of Yah, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him, and his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to
So
him.
he pointed at the prophet of God, because the prophet of God showed up and said, look, somebody will be born to destroy everything you got going on. You off, you wicked. He points at him, and his hand, his arm basically dries up. It withers on some supernatural type thing, you feel me? Where he couldn't even pull it back in. Whoever knows, who know who Juicy J is? DJ Paul. Right there.
Oh, wow.
Remember that little prosthetic arm he had when he used to be rapping? Same type of things, you get a visual. Like he stretched forth his hand, he basically got a prosthetic arm behind it. He was pointing at the brother, the Lord smoked his arm, basically. He jacked him up real quick. Come on now.
Verse 5. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of Yah had given by the word of the Most High. Come on. And the king answered and said unto the man of Yah, entreat now the face of the Lord thy power, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored me again. And the man of Yah besought the Lord, and the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before.
So he's like, man, holler at your God for me, man. Pray for him and have him restore my arm. So he's like, all right, he did that. So the Lord is showing mercy. Right? Even though he jacked him up, he just showed him some mercy because he didn't have to do that. Right? So he heals him. Let's read, bro.
And the king said unto the man of Yah, come home with me.
The king say, come home with me, man. Now he ready to entreat him. Treat him good. Woo! Thank you. Come on home with me, man. Let me hook you up, right? Let's read.
Come home with me and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of Yah said unto the king, if thou wilt give half my house, I will not go in with thee.
You already said you can give me half of your house. I ain't going with you. Huh? You can give me half your estate. I ain't going. Me trying to pay him off, give him a reward and everything. Yeah, I'm good. Let's read, brother.
Neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place.
Now I'm not here because I'm not here for that. You feel me? His whole mission was to come and pronounce the word of the Lord. He wasn't there for no gift. You feel me? I ain't here to eat with you. I ain't here to drink with you. I'm here on a strict order. I'm here to execute and get up out of here. Remember going into decisions, right? So you read.
For so was it charged by me by the word of the Most High, saying,
So the word of the Lord charged. It said what?
Eat no bread, nor drink water.
Come on.
Nor turn again by the same way that thou camest.
Come on.
So he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel.
So the Lord charged him. He commanded him. Don't do this. Don't eat nothing. Don't drink nothing. And do not come back the same way you came. You got decisions to make. So even though he just prayed to the Most High and the king got healed, he trying to hook him up. Stay the night, brother. I got gifts for you. I'm good. I'm not here to eat. I ain't here to drink. I ain't here to do nothing but do what thus said the Lord, and I'm out of here. Come on, let's keep reading.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
Now there was an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came in and told him all the words that the man of Yah had done that day in Bethel.
All the works.
All the works that the man of Yah had done that day in Bethel.
Bethel actually means house of God, if y'all don't know. Abraham put an altar up in Bethel back in Genesis 12 and also Genesis 13. The same spot where Jacob saw the ladder and all that, Bethel, house of God, that's what it means. All right, let's read that.
The words which he had spoken unto the king, them they told also to their father. And their father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of Yah went, which came from Judah. And he said unto his sons, saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon.
So the prophet heard about how he got down. He wanted to go meet him. Let's read.
And went after the man of Yah, and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him,
Where he sitting at?
under an oak.
A tree. Okay, come on.
And he said unto him, art thou the man of Yah that camest from Judah? And he said, I am.
Come on.
Then he said unto him, come home with me and eat bread.
Oh, there's a prophet of the Most High. Man, come on home with me and eat some bread, man. There's a problem though, because he been told what? Don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, and don't go back the same way you came. Issue this word and get up out of there. Come on, man. We say easy order. It sound easy, don't it? Okay? That's great.
16. And he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Most High.
By the who?
By the word of the Most High.
That's on a whole other level for y'all that don't know. The word was made flesh. But, you know, just keep reading.
Thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by thee, by the way thou camest.
So he know he been instructed. Come on.
He said unto him, I am a prophet.
Here he come throwing his title. It's all good. But brother, trust me, I'm a prophet. I'm with you.
I am a prophet also, as thou art, and an angel spake unto me by the word of the Most High, saying,
He said, I'm a prophet, and look, you all good. An angel told me. Huh? Wow. Now he a prophet.
Right.
Huh? But what did it say? Go ahead and say that again.
Even if an
and he
angel,
said unto him,
What did it say?
scripture say, even if an angel come and preaching another doctrine,
Mm-hmm.
different than what I told you,
Count
count
curse. That's Galatians chapter 1, verse 6 through 11. If we or an angel come tell you something different, count them down. Lord already commanded what it is. What you mean you a prophet and an angel told you something?
I got the regular order.
I ain't get the memo.
Right.
I ain't get the memo. What you mean?
Just like in the book of Adam and Eve, after Eve and them had failed and went out of the garden, they was trying to go repent. Adam went to the river of Jordan, and Eve went to another river to repent. Satan came back around again and disguised himself as an angel and told Eve that God forgave him and that she would come from out of the water from repentance. And she listened to him again. You know what I'm saying? Once that charge been sent out, if you ain't heard a word back from God himself, or from Christ himself, hey, keep doing your charge.
Don't believe
he said unto him, I am a prophet also, as thou art. And angel spake unto me by the word of the Most High, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he might eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto me.
The prophet lied to you. Girl, you got your little fancy title, brother. I'm priest so-and-so. So what? That don't mean nothing. All right, let's read.
So he went back with them and did eat bread in his house and drank water.
Oh!
You see that decision?
Disobedience.
And all old boy had to do was say, I'm a prophet like you, and the angel told me this. And you dropped the ball there quick. You just doing a mighty work. You know that the Lord's with you. Right? You just, through you, the Most High used you to heal old boy. After you pronounce judgment on him. So you already know the Most High with you. You're on your path, right? But almost finishing ain't finishing.
Straight up. Almost doesn't count.
Right.
Partial obedience is still disobedience. That's what we learn from this story. Right? Somebody stayed right up on it, just spoke something smooth to him. He let us go. I said, I bet, come on, I'm going with you. All right, let's read, brother.
And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, thus say the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandments which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back, and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place of the which the Lord did say to thee, eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come into the sepulchre of thy fathers.
You won't even be buried with your fathers for that.
Man.
So that thing was a whole test.
Yeah.
You got a test.
Great test for him.
Lord.
That quick.
And he failed miserably.
While he eating at the table, he's like, oh yeah, okay, well, this is what it is. Look, keep reading, bro.
And it came to pass, after he had eaten bread, and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way, and slew him, and his carcass was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it, and the lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by, and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt.
They weren't touching that carcass. There was a lion by it. Remember, he said, you won't even get your fuck.
Right.
They like, hey, mess with that carcass.
Hey, tore 20.
Hey, you heard me? Probably blood still around their mouth.
Lion stand right by. There he is right there. Go get it. Come on, now. Hey, man. Hey, it's what it is.
But the lion didn't kill a donkey. They were standing together.
That's how you know
Just standing there.
Right, that's how you know what's up the Lord. Come on, Hebrew.
And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, it is the man of Yah who was disobedient unto the word of the Most High. Therefore, the Lord hath delivered him unto the lion.
No, the devil did.
The Lord has delivered him unto the
Y'all see
lion.
that? The Lord. Who you dealing with? And even tell you Thessalonians, the Most High sent a strong delusion that you might be damned because you didn't want to receive the truth.
Straight up.
Thessalonians is New Testament. Right? So you spend your whole life bucking up against the Most High, he'll give you what you're asking for.
Straight up.
Like, we got to be careful. And what we learned from this story, finish the task the Lord gives you.
Right.
You can't be getting distracted and going by the way for somebody to say something smooth to you. You feel me? Look, finish the task. Don't start building and can't finish. Right? That's just like a lion meeting you in the way. Let's read, huh?
Which have torn him and slain him, according to the words of the Lord, which he spake unto him. And he spake to his son, saying, saddle me the ass. And they saddled him. And he went and found his carcass cast in the way, and the ass and the lion standing by the carcass. The lion had not eaten the carcass, nor torn the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of Yah, and laid it upon the ass, and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid his carcass in his own grave. And they mourned him, saying, alas, my brother. And it came to pass, after he had buried him, that he spake to his son, saying, when I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of Yah is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones. For the same which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar of against the altar in Beth-El, and against all the houses of the high places which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass.
Even though he tripped, what he said in the beginning will come to pass. Most High was with him. He prophesied against Jeroboam and the altar he was dealing with and all that. So even he knew that. He was like, even though he tripped and got off path, what he said at first still stands. All right, finish it up, huh?
Verse 33. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way.
Oh boy, that had the prosthetic on, the Juicy J. He didn't even return, even though the Lord healed him. After he Juicy J'd him up, you feel me? He still didn't return from his wickedness. That let you know something can happen, like the Lord can bless you, and the more you'll totally forget. We count them dollars in our pockets, we don't count our blessings. You count your ones, you don't count your blessings. That quick. He didn't even, oh, bet I got my arm back to being evil. Yeah, let me finish that verse. 2 verses, then do yours. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 33 again. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests of the high places.
Yeah, he ain't even taking no Levites. He making his own priesthood and everything.
Wow.
He making the people of base understand. It's like going to grab anybody off the streets and making them a priest.
Right.
He ain't tripping off none of that. He ain't keeping the laws, commandments, none of that of the Lord. He coming up with his own feast, his own temple, his own capital, his own month when he doing it, all of it. He doing his own thing. Come on now.
Whosoever would, he consecrated him, and he became one of the priests of the high places. And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Hey, next we're gonna go to the Apocrypha. One more time, we're gonna pull up on the board the history of Susanna. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
It's Proverbs,
One more, y'all. We out here.
Proverbs 17:11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion.
Shalom, I'm gonna say. Hold on.
Proverbs 17:11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him.
Read that again, he wrote. That's tough right there.
An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. And I got one in Psalm 17:11. Then I got Psalm 78:29. He cast upon them fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them.
Oof. Evil angels, huh? Most I got some hitmen, huh?
Cruel messengers.
You don't want to see them.
Got hitters.
Yeah, we did. Like they said, my hitters, huh?
It was Proverbs 17:11 and Psalm 78:49.
That show you out of them 150,000 that die every day, the Most High okay it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Seem like he's weeding it out, man.
Yeah.
Weeding
he
from the
cash the
trash.
chips in whenever. Nobody gonna say nothing to him either. Let's read it. You got the history of Susanna. We about to read this history of Susanna. Another thing into decisions, right decision making. You feel me? And it's something we all can learn from. Because it's all too familiar. It's one of them all too familiar stories. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell just right off the bat, this is our people. Even in our wickedness, you know what I'm saying? You're like, man, that's one of us right off the bat. They gotta be. A trip off the decision and how far they was gonna go to defame the system. They just wasn't go way overboard. You feel me? Straight bring this system down right here. Let's get into it though. Excellent story. It's about decisions. You make decisions with the wrong member, you'll be dead. Who got one? Whoever.
What is a member?
You got members in your body, don't you?
Extremities?
Like your head is a member.
Body part?
Yeah, like your head.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, bro, what do that beginning mean, man? Like the set apart from the beginning of Daniel.
Yeah, like you got the book of Daniel, so it's letting you know the time period. Daniel was a young boy at this time. This was a time when he was in captivity in ancient Babylon. You feel me? So this is letting you know the time period in which all this was. So when you read the book of Daniel, and you know he a young boy, you can put it like between chapters 2 and chapters 4.
Oh, okay.
So like that. You feel me? Back when he was a very young man.
Who is this Bell and this dragon they talking
That's a
about?
whole nother book that's in there too. All that's in the Apocrypha. But it go into our history when we was in captivity. Let's get to it. It's an excellent story.
Verse 1.
Start at 1.
The history of Susanna, verse 1.
This is the last thing, y'all. We're going to get up out of here.
There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joachim, and he took a wife whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Shasias, a very fair woman, and one that feared the Most High.
She's very beautiful, but she was a beautiful, righteous daughter of Zion. You feel me? One of them that men, like if you wasn't careful, you could catch yourself lusting out. She was very beautiful. All right, let's read it, bro.
Her parents also were righteous.
Ooh, well, who?
Were righteous. And taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
According to who?
According to the law of Moses.
Right, not according to the
twerk sessions and all that was just going on today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody swear they righteous today. So everybody's righteous then, huh? We don't got no problems in our community.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody's virtuous, everybody's righteous and stand up. What you say? All right, come on, but those are parents were righteous, they raised their children or trained her in the laws of Moses. Right? And that's what we need to be doing, raising our children according to the Bible. All right, let's read it out.
Now Joachim was a great rich man, and had a fair garden joining unto his house, and to him resorted the Jews, because he was more honorable than all others.
So even in his captivity, he had status. You know what I'm saying? Like certain of us on different levels in this captivity. Colin Powell, the general. I mean, he one of us, he moved stock, but you know, he made it all the way up to being a general in the United States Army or whatever. So even in captivity, some of us get elevated. This was a situation right there. All right, let's read it out.
The same year were appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judges, such as the Lord spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon, from ancient judges, who seemed to govern the people.
Come on.
These kept much in Joachim's house, and all that had any suits in the law came unto them.
Straight up. So they was always around Joachim's house. Anything had to do with suing somebody, anything had to do with the court, came there. That's where it was going down. Let's read, bro. Yeah.
Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
I see that?
Inflamed.
Lust inflamed. And what's another thing? This ain't a young joker, these are elders.
Right.
They get thrown as young men a lot, you're lusting. These was old jokers. That was honorable. Right. Gray-headed and all. But they lust was inflamed toward Jehoiakim's wife. Right. So you see these men just hanging around his house, acting like they ain't got nothing to do. Just hanging around, you feel me? Why? So they all can get a look at this man's woman. It's all from the beginning.
Operating under the law of sin.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and look, these judges, laws of Moses, you feel me? They know better. Right. They know that's adultery. Right? But outwardly they can manipulate and act like I really wasn't looking at her. Right? But they lust had them inflamed. That means they couldn't control themselves.
They was burning with desire.
Hey, well, this man's woman, that's his wife. Hanging at his house just to get a peek. That's real.
And they perverted their own minds and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgment.
So at this point, they're blocking everything the Lord sent to them. Like, y'all know that's wrong. You know that's your king's wife. Stop that. Get up out of there. You know when that righteous inspiration come through and you ignore it? Everybody in here did that before. You didn't ignore some righteous crash through that brain and you just, nah, whatever. That's what they start doing. Right? The Lord sending warning, like, look, you know you ain't supposed to be doing that, right? You know that's against me, right? So they start blocking. Just like we'll do today. We'll block something righteous that comes to our mind. Same thing. Let's keep reading, bro.
Albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet durst not one show another his grief.
Now trip off this. If they look, they look right. They want to show each other their grief. They friend. But trip off this too, right? She's a virtuous daughter of Zion, so you know she ain't out there stripper pole material. You know she covered up. Right. You feel me? These men is lusting beyond measure. Right. It ain't even like she's just a harlot skipping through the streets or something. You feel me? Like she's straight a daughter of Zion, covered up, married, keep the law, all that. And they is lusting so bad that they not even let their own each other know. Like, look, I'm looking at her too. Dang, did you see her? They keeping it all inside. Where is this leading? Y'all done heard this before, even if you ain't read this. Where is this leading? You know what it's leading. Even if you never read the story, you should already know. We got an idea where this is going. Remember, they are judges. They held high esteem amongst the people. Feel me? They got power to execute, put somebody to death, or say somebody can leave. This ain't just little Willie at the gas station. These are judges. They're like a Supreme Court official, a justice of the Supreme Court. Yeah, please don't bring him up. Yeah. All right, come on, Negro.
So they were ashamed to declare their lust that they desired to have to do with her.
See that? Come on.
Yet they watched diligently from day to see
That's
her.
constant. Ain't like you just saw it one time. You know, you got it down. Okay, she gonna be guarded this time. She gonna bathe it this time. She gonna send the handmaid away at this time. You already got it down. So, it already done went too far.
Right.
It should have been snapped. Hold on, man. That's old boy wife.
Right.
Lord, forgive me. Right off the bat, you should have been chopping it. But you entertained it. And then you get to the point to where you start blocking the warning. The Lord let you know, don't do that. Let's read, Hebrew.
And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place.
I like to say, all right, hey, old baby, half of the lead, man. Right? And then we leave and we both end up back in the same spot. Right. So naturally, we both like, what you doing here? What you doing here?
Right. I thought you was gone.
Hey, I thought you left. They making their decisions with the wrong members.
Right.
You're thinking with the wrong extremity.
Right.
All right, let's read, huh?
And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. Then appointed they a time go together, when they might find her alone.
Oh, they done went to a whole nother level? All right, so what you doing here? Man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I love you. Hey, you too? And I was looking too. Huh? You know these are your people. It don't sound like nobody else because it's us. You know, well. You know, that's us all day. That's a problem we have as a people. We have that problem real bad. We get Google-eyed. You know what I'm saying? You already be knowing what it is. You got it, man? Yeah.
Oh, you happy?
Oh, you happy is the next question. Like you already, it's over already. What is this? Let's keep reading because the plot thickens. Now they acknowledge, look, we both lusty. We both think she bad. So now they plot to say, let's find a time we find her by herself. Where is this story going? I mean, if you ain't read it before, you should know where it's going. You know where this story going. And look, these ain't just little Willie at the gas station. This is the justice of the Supreme Court. Two of them. They got the right to give you life or grant you death. Let's keep reading.
And it fell out, as they watched a fit time, she went in as before with 2 maids only. And she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot.
You know, take a dip, you know. Take a dip real quick, wash up a little taste. Huh? Let's keep reading.
And there was nobody there to save the 2 elders.
There was nobody there saved. Okay, go ahead.
That had hid themselves and watched her.
Oh, they keeping time. They watching her wash herself in her husband's garden. Judges. Perverted creeps. And look, they both have consented to this. They both play plot on this man and woman. They watching her off in the bushes. Like, hey, look. They like high five. Did you see that?
You know what that sounds?
Hey, the fellas know how it is when you get cornered. You know. No, I won't get nobody in trouble with her, but you know what it is. Huh? I'm just saying, like, it's written by your people for a reason. It's not funny for nothing. It fit for a reason. Right? So we should be able to learn from this right here. Right? Because they lusted and playing them so much, they and this man garden watching this man's wife in the bushes. And they judges. Let's read, brother.
Then she said to her maid, bring me oil and washing balls.
Man, washing you. Go ahead.
And shut the garden doors that I may wash me.
See, you know, woman gonna get fresh. Come on.
And they did, and she bathed them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at private doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders because they were hid.
Negroes hiding. Come on.
Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us and lie with us.
Y'all know what they call it.
We got him on right. I'm on right there.
Huh? Or she, whatever you want, that's what they're attempting to do to her. They don't went too far, man. It's supposed to have been cut off. The moment that temptation came through your mind, she do look good. That nigga don't deserve her anyway. You should have been chopped. That's against God. That's that man. You feel me? It done rested on your mind so long to where now you speaking French. We lie with us. We want you. Now, hey, this is a group thing now. It's a group thing. These are judges of Israel, lawyers. Wow.
Talking about wrong decision.
What major wrong decisions? Let's keep reading.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away the maids from thee.
They're like, look, if you don't do what we want you to do, we're going to tell everybody. It was a young little joker. 16 years old, lusting over you. And we saw it because we was looking. They ain't tripping. They telling themselves. Because how you know it was a 16-year-old?
Right. Put themselves at the scene.
Right. But they telling her, look, they lusting so bad that they are telling her, if you don't participate with us, we are going to tell everybody you sent the maidens away because you got you a young little tenderoni. Yeah, we're going to tell everybody. Keep reading.
Yeah, she was at his side and said, I am straight on every side.
I'm trapped on every side. Come on.
For if I do this thing, it is death unto you.
See that? She already think I'm married. What do you mean? I belong to somebody. If I do this thing, I'm dead. Come on.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands.
She's like, what they call it today, a catch-22. Huh? Or damned if you do, damned if you don't. You feel me? She like, look, regardless, I'm dead. All right, come on. She'd say, okay, well, yeah. She says, hurry up. Huh? Nah, she's like, look, this is what it is. I'm standing on this truth. Even if y'all threaten me with death, so what? I ain't doing that. Let's keep reading.
It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Most High.
That's right.
Let that be a lesson for all of us in here. Male and female. You feel me? You ever catch yourself in what they would call that a jam. Understand this. I would rather fall in your hands than the hands of the Most High. You feel me? There's a judgment coming. So do what you gonna do. But I'm not gonna go against God. For the sake of what? Living a few seconds longer? Or letting these jackals defile your body? And then look, you gotta deal with these niggas at your husband's house. Every day. You gotta look your husband in the face every day. Watch them catwalking. And look, whenever they get inflamed again, guess what's gonna happen? Hey, round two. Come on. We're gonna tell somebody else. Huh? Let's keep reading. Trip out where our minds ought to be. You feel me? Let's read, bro.
With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her. Then ran the one and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a private door to see what was done unto her.
Right.
But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna.
Now, hold on, who? Man, she virtuous. Y'all tripping. So if something came out like that naturally, you gonna be like, oh man, I'd say it ain't so. say it ain't so, right? Never heard nothing like that about this sister. Let's read, Hebrew.
And it came to pass the next day, when the people were assembled to her husband Joachim, the two elders came also, full of mischievous imagination against Susanna, to put her to death.
You see that? Because she wouldn't get down with us, we, the crew. Now she gotta die. Wow, man. You see how far some lust will take you? Right? If left unchecked, man, that'll kill you, man. Now trip off this opposite in Egypt. The old girl trying to get on Joseph. You feel me? And then he left, he like, I ain't sinning against the Lord. He left his drawers in her hand. She wanted him that bad, she grabbed his clothes off and out of her. I'm good. Feel me? You Potiphar's woman, what are you doing? You feel me? Even now, okay, flip it over to Susanna. She's like, look, I'm standing on this word. Later for all that. I'm not finna do this. Let's read, bro.
29.
Yeah.
And said before the people, send for Susanna, the daughter of Josiah, Joachim's wife. And so they sent. So she came with her father and mother, her children, and her kindred.
All of kindred. Come on.
Now Susanna was a very delicate woman, and beauteous to behold.
Fine daughter of Zion. Come on.
And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty.
Good. I'm certain one of our customers that we covered, sisters covered up. They like, uncover yourself. Right? Just so they can get them some more glances. She's supposed to be very beautiful.
Right.
Like beyond. You feel me? Right. Let's read it, bro.
Therefore her friends and all that saw her wept. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head. And she weeping looked up toward heaven, for her heart trusted in the Most High.
Even if she about to get killed, guess what? She's still trusting in the Most High. Right? Most High will stand up and fight for you. You just got to stay faithful. Even if somebody come with death on the table to get you to go against the Lord, no deal. No deal. I'd rather fall into your hands than the hands of the Most High. No deal. Right? See how far this sister was ready to take it. You feel me? She ain't, you know what I'm saying, sell out and go against what it was, because she knew better. Right? Today, somebody will scare you with death, put that Glock right on the table, and you be compromised.
Taking a plea.
You be compromised. Don't tell nobody. Hurry up. Let's read, brother.
And the elders said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids and shut the garden doors, and sent the maids away. Then a young man, who there was hid, came unto her, and lay with her. Then we stood in a corner of the garden.
Read it again, bro.
Then we that stood in a corner of the garden, seeing this wickedness, ran unto them.
Yeah, you in the corner watching the whole thing.
Remember the doors closed.
All right, so what is this? You watching the porno? What's going on? You claiming you didn't watch, you watching this.
You watched him lay with her.
And the doors are closed.
You ain't say that?
All right, come on now.
And when we saw them together, the man we could not hold, for he was stronger than we, and opened the door and leaped out. But having taken this woman, we asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us. These things do we testify.
We testify.
Lies.
Straight.
Testify.
Hey, and it's two. Think about that. Right, you can have two false witnesses. I already say everything established by two witnesses, them witnesses got to be true though.
Right.
These men are lying.
Right.
Right? So she could have been put to death on the two false witnesses. Right?
Then the assembly believed them, as those that were the elders and judges of the people. So they condemned her to death. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting God, that knowest the secrets, and knowest all the things before they be. Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me.
See our prayer to the Most High? She ain't praying about butterflies and flowers. She praying to the Most High, I need you right now. You seen what they doing to me. You seen these are false witnesses. Like you can cry out to the Most High. Voice your complaint to him. You can do all that. You feel me? Pour your heart out to him. That's what she's doing. All right, let's read it, bro.
And behold, I must die. Whereas I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me.
Flat out.
And the Lord heard her voice.
That's what you want. You see that? The Lord heard that. He heard butterflies and flowers. He heard that right there because she was in distress and she was crying out to him and she hadn't sinned against the Most High. Right? Do we have that type of faith to know we're going to receive justice? Do we have that? We don't even have that faith today. Right? She kept the code, stuck to it, and had the faith. I'm praying to the Most High to deliver me about this. All right? And then what? The Lord heard it. Let's read. What happened?
Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, the Lord raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth whose name was Daniel.
Here go Daniel right here. Here come Daniel. You asked about Daniel, right? This is when he was real young. One of the first things he got noted for and showed that wisdom was with him. Right? So she about to go get put to death. The Lord put the Spirit on Daniel. What happened? Let's read it.
Who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman.
You hear that? Let's read it.
Then all the people turned them towards him and said, what meaneth these words that thou hast spoken?
They're like, boy, what you talking about? Let's read it.
So he standing in the midst of them said, are ye such fools, ye sons of Israel, that without examination or knowledge of the truth, ye have condemned the daughter of Israel?
You're like, man, this whole thing is off. Y'all ain't even examine these cats. Y'all just gonna believe it and gonna put her to death. Y'all didn't even cross-examine these cats. They claim that they caught her doing that. Y'all about to put her to death on a free case. That's what they was finna do. All because they had so much respect for these judges. Daniel like, hold on. Did y'all even cross-examine the witnesses? Let's read it.
Return again to the place of judgment, but they have borne false witness against her. Wherefore all the people turned again in haste. And the elders said unto him, come, sit down among us, and show it us, seeing God hath given thee the honor of an elder.
Kind of mocking the little brother, but still. You come on over here and sit in the midst of us if you got so much wisdom. All right, come on, brother.
Then said Daniel unto them, put these two aside, one far from the another, and I will examine them.
Just like they do in the first 48.
Same thing.
Put y'all in different rooms.
Put you in different
Y'all see what they get from. They got it from the Bible. Right. Y'all come out the Bible. Before there ever was a first 48, this was already written. You want to get some truth? Separate them. Put them in separate rooms. All right, let's read.
So when they were put asunder one from another, he called one of them and said unto him, O thou that art waxen old in wickedness.
Hey, he got to start joning on this cat. You done waxed old in wickedness. Oh, man. All right. Well, if y'all don't know Daniel's name, means God is my judge. That's what his name means. Daniel or Daniel. God is my judge. All right, let's read. O thou that art waxing old in wickedness. Let's read.
Now thy sins which thou hast committed aforetime are come to light, but thou hast pronounced false judgment, and hast condemned the innocent, and hast let the guilty go free. I'll bet the Lord saith, the innocent and righteous shall thou not slay.
He's shooting script. Right? Come on.
Now then, if thou hast seen her, tell me, under what tree sawest thou them company together? Who answered? Under a mystic tree. A mastic tree.
So like, what tree was they under? Y'all witnessed the whole thing, right? Y'all said they got down, loin warfare was going on, right? Right? Pelvises colliding, okay. Under what tree was they getting down?
Remember they separate.
He said a mastic tree. Let's keep reading now.
And Daniel said, very well, thou hast lied against thine own head.
You hear that? Daniel boy bringing the judge. You lied against your own head. Come on.
For even now the angel of Yah have received the sentence of Yah to cut thee in two.
Like you a dead man walking.
Wow.
You over there lying. Huh? Come on, let's read.
So he put him aside and commanded to bring the other, and said unto him, O thou seed of
Canaan.
Canaan,
Call him a Canaanite. Thou seed of Canaan. We know Canaan is cursed. All right? Come on.
and not of Judah.
Ooh, and not who?
Judah,
Come on.
beauty hath deceived thee, and lust hath perverted thine heart.
Wow. See what lust can do? That's for men and women. Lust can pervert your mind. All right, deceive. Let's read it, bro.
Thus hath he dealt with the daughters of Israel, and they for fear company with you, but the daughter of Judah would not abide your wickedness. What?
Go on.
Now therefore, tell me, under what tree didst thou take them company together? Who answered? Under a home. A home.
A home tree. So you see, they gave two different trees.
Right.
Two different accounts. I thought y'all witnessed the whole thing. Huh? They're lying. Let's keep reading, bro.
Then said Daniel unto him, well, thou hast also lied against thine own head. For the angel of Yah waited with the sword to cut thee in two, that he may destroy you. With that, all the assembly cried out with a loud voice and praised God, who saved them that trusted in him.
That's right. You trust in the Lord, he will redeem you and save you. Moral of the story. Come on, Hebrew.
And they arose against the two elders, for Daniel had convicted them of false witness by their own mouth. And according to the law of Moses, they did unto them in such sort as they maliciously intended to do to their neighbors. And they put them to death.
And they what?
And they put them to death. Thus the innocent blood was saved the same day.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Therefore, Chelcias and his wife praised God for their daughter Susanna, with Joachim her husband, and all the kindred, because there was no dishonesty found in her. From that day forth was Daniel had in great reputation in the sight of the people.
Yes, yeah. That's the story, man. See decisions that was made on both ends. Right? And one led to life, standing up for what the Most High commanded. Even though it looked like he was going to get put to death, she was spared life. And decision that men made cost them their lives. Going back to making the right decisions, what brother was talking about the whole time.
You know what that sound like, though? The angels did the same thing. The watchmen did the same thing when they seeking and lusting after the women of Israel. They all consulted together with one another. Then they came up and they was like, look, we're going to go down to the mountain congregation and we're going to get these women and impregnate them. Same exact thing.
Same thing.
Which I know is like everything went from a decision and a choice. You know what I'm saying? And what decision and choice you make, basically it bases you, it puts you in life or death. You gotta choose life or you choose death. Check in and check out.
Check in and check out.
That's what it is.
I got anything else?
I got a precept.
Brother got a precept.
Go ahead, I'll go ahead and pull it.
Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Y'all heard that?
The moral of the story.
Ecclesiasticus 4:28.
Go ahead, pull it out. What it
Read this from Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy power require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Okay, obey it. That's beautiful. All right, good. June 12th, Sunday, June 12th.